Alright. I'm gonna start doing that. That's how I did my Japanese other tea, man. I don't know why that crap. Man, I gotta go to the and get my other tea bags. No. No.
With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning you know, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, you know, I equate it to like the golem, bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
The temperature is 67. Yep. I'm gonna put my jacket back on. My jacket back on. Not that bad. I like the heat. What reason?
Shot down, who am I but shot down? Young fool up to his slide, just slide out. Blue sky for high ground, a crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Every time I leave with seat belted. And the gun like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I just felt it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked the cause my hand.
What's up, mama? Hey, Lucy, what's happening? What's going on? What's happening? What's up? Okay, put this up there. What's happening? Did you get there all right, Millennial? You get there? Righteous City, what's happening? What's up, beloved? What's cracking? What's cracking? Almost okay, good. As long as you're all right. I gotta get back to making tea without them damn bags. I want to get the natural organic. I'm gonna pick up some good tea today over at Sprouts. I got some, but not every organic tea bag is the best. I mean, people want to cut corners to give you crap. So I like Japanese, you know, like Singapore and stuff. They make tea like right there in front of you with glass, and there ain't no tea bag, plastic, nanoparticles, and all that crap. You know? Oh yeah, with some honey. I put honey in this morning. Oh. See the little floating stuff there? That's tea. It doesn't hurt you. Yeah, it's tea. You're steeping it, right? So it's, you know, you can drink it. I looked it up before I would say it. That way, at least I could say, look, you can look it up yourselves, you know? I don't want to say something, be making it up, you know? Oh, yeah.
Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all.
Good soil, absolutely. And that's why you have to till. You have to till the soil because you got to remember, like, for about 40, 50 years, a lot of people have been using all that, right, that stupid pesticide shit without knowing the knowledge. Like, why do we need it now? And was there ever a period when we didn't need it? Absolutely. Why all of a sudden do people have to have it? Because they made everybody skittish and weak, and they ain't got a spade in the house. They got bugs and, well, cockroaches. I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna talk about it today. Cockroaches. There was a period of time we didn't have that crap here until they started bringing people to Ellis Island on them damn boats. They brought them damn cockroaches here with them. The Asian, German cockroaches. We didn't have that crap here, you know. And that's why why do you think they poison the water? You know, you got a lot of these idiots, right? They got all these 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 water purification thing and alkalize it now and all this other shit. But there are things that come with that and contaminants, and they think that they're safe. We're better off than everybody else. And then what about the glacier water? Like where they go up and they go to you know, the icebergs and stuff. They have boats that go out there and they ship ice off from these icebergs floating around, and the rich people buy this water. They ship it off and they buy it. And then there are certain people who make a living, they can afford to get that. Is it the best? What are they doing to that? You know, a lot of people don't know those things. You know what I'm saying? Denise, what's up, mama? What's happening? I mean, it's really, really, I'm glad to see all the women in here. The strength of us, man. I need y'all get all this information and and grow it, nurture it, and then share it with the young ones and those who are willing to listen. Those who ain't willing to listen, do not concern yourself with them. All right, do not concern yourself with them. You know. But yeah, they go out there. You might be able to YouTube it and see. But there are people that go out and they get these icebergs and they harvest the. Let me see what it's called. Let me see what it's called. Okay. Harvesting iceberg to make the world's purest water. Now you have a 60 Minutes in Australia. There are so many places. The most expensive bottled water is harvested iceberg water. You guys can Google, you can look up on internet. There's probably not a ton of videos, but it's high in minerals, the best salt. It doesn't have all the pollutions because most of the rivers and stuff around here have been poisoned intentionally by the corporation, the military industrial complex. Literally. Dion, what's up? Grand Ascension Agadohi, what's happening? They have literally been poisoning with the wars and everything, poisoning the soils. Besides, in a lot of places, y'all don't see them, they go off in little boats with these things they crank and pump crap into your water. They have been doing this. And what's funny is everybody keeps talking about Robert F. Kennedy. He's part of the fucking problem. He's talking about removing FD, red, 40, yellow, this, that. Why did they do it right off the back? Why are we still using cottonseed oils and seed oils in the food? Why? See, nobody wants to have that conversation. They want to talk about these idiots in the media. Now look at goopy ass Trump talking about, oh, well, we might bomb what you call it in South America. We might bomb in the land. We want to get the special forces going to Mexico and all this other shit. You got bad guys who have been playing a role in the government, allowing this shit to happen. Why you talking about they've killed over 100,000 people with methamphetamines? Why are the fake Jews the ones pumping up, sharing information with the Chinese, pitting us against the Chinese when the Chinese were never our problem? Why are they pushing that? You know, Red Dawn, when they put that movie out with the actors, they knew what direction they were happening. Why are they sitting there always talking about Iran? Why are they always talking about this, that, and other? Because all of them play a part together. Nobody wants to have that conversation. You know? And then you got the idiots. Oh, look, man, we got the underground cities. You know, we're miles under the ground. We're out there in Antarctica. We all need what they call Antarctica. We'll get up out of here and we'll leave you idiots fighting each other when we decide to start blowing it or destroying it all and poisoning the air. These people are complete friggin' narcissistic idiots, and they really believe in their stink. Iceberg water. That's what they've been drinking. While you've been drinking that bullshit in these goddamn stores, and they don't see none of these fake ass politicians, you motherfuckers. They don't even listen to you when you go and talk to them. They're sick. And you're all a lot of, not you, but there are going to be those who come across. They're sick right along with them, not you, per se. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but we have the lowest standards. Yeah, foods like every country, and we always had the highest. And what would be the rich? And it's some fake. And if you're worried about it, it's the problem. There's the fake Jews. It's the fake Zionists. It's the fake everything. And nobody sees it alone. You know, sees it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty messed up. I just saw a man that said if they spent half the time trying to hide fentanyl as they did ivermectin, we'd be somewhere else. Exactly. And why they keep pushing it? And you know, people are getting it. They're starting to realize it. You know, they're seeing it for what it is. I mean, I don't have to say nothing about it because it's all information people are talking about all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's pretty messed up. It's pretty sad. I don't have to negate negativity for negative actions. They do it themselves, and they think everybody's supposed to ride along for it because they have all these actors. Look at Kirk. Kirk ain't dead. Like a lot of people that profess to be dead are not dead. But when it comes to certain melanated people in the industry, I mean, think about it. What's a lot of those individuals that have been in the rap game who have been pushing all that violence, they popped up out of nowhere. And now you see they're all gay and homosexual and everything else, right? And they had these little nasty parties where they got these little skinny little homos. They all glistening and looking up and down and like, yes, yeah, you know, like the perversion. And they've always been groomed for this. It ain't like they didn't have a way to groom these individuals to get your mind to paint a picture to proliferate in the spell casting. I'm just saying, you know, it ain't on me. I'm just saying. As weird as it is. Yeah, they're bringing it in. Well, I mean, look at this. Y'all know how I'm big on quotes. Let's go ahead and just turn that off because we're well over 9:32, well over 15 minutes. Know thy enemy and know yourself. In 100 battles, you will never be in peril. Does it mean in fighting? You're in battle now, and a lot of you are not in fighting. A lot of you wouldn't. I'm not giving energy that way. Wouldn't be able to physically be able to fight them. And you may be able to cause harm and inflict a little minor 0.1%, 1% damage. But the reality is, I'm just wanting you guys to see yourself for who you are instead of what they painted. And they painted a big picture where there's a lot of people. It's not just you. There's like a million other people who are like you. They have these therapists, right? And there's medication. You see that a lot of people are jacked up and have passed away because of these medications that never cured or solved anything as far as psychosis, the dementia. I mean, all these things as far as, you know, people they consider to be crazy, and the psych wards where they're further testing, experimenting on people. And then they have people who are getting paid who walk in there and they think they're doing a wonderful thing. Hey, John, how are you doing today? Thorazine Shuffle John, you know? And inside there, this person is screaming for help. But they don't hear it. Why? Because they have their own little world where they think everything is right because they just got through with Christmas dinner and all the grandbabies came by and it was just all so lovely and the dog went out to, they could pick up the poop and urinate and everything is happy and the turtle is eating and the parakeets are singing, and they go back to the job and it's like, hey, Samantha, how are you doing today? Or, you know, you got Dr. Sabago there and you got Eric sitting there. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Doc. Yesterday I wanted to kill myself and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I don't know why. Well, are you taking the prescriptions that I wrote? Are you taking them as you should? Absolutely, but it's like I forget. Well, those are moments that you should utilize to write down information, or, you know, they don't even say read this. They don't say take a break. They don't fast or anything. Wellness centers that use medicinal stuff. No, it's like, okay, well, at the end of the month, you know, or the annual or biannual, it's like, how many patients? And they got the records and they go, well, yeah, well, we're going to increase your your pay. You're not in the 6-figure mark. How's that going? Excellent. And they go right back out. And those same individuals, when they get done seeing the 40 people they see in a week, maybe 50 or 100, then they go and see a shrink. How's it going there, Dr. Sabago? It's going pretty good. Everything, because they have another uplift. This is the perversion of it all. And the majority of people will never free themselves from it. I mean, I don't know, maybe, possibly, plausibly. I mean, hey, think about it. No, I'm doing a Trump, excuse me. But I mean, the seriousness of it is their answer to when everybody starts realizing it, with all the stuff they've been doing, is destruction. And to push war no matter what, where no one's going to stop it. You think about the people here, the individuals here, what you want to call them terrorists. Well, these are people who just want revenge, okay? For the very dumb things many racists and many people within certain alphabet agencies have done on their soil. And sadly, rightfully so. But is revenge going to fix it? No. It actually helps to bring in more problems as far as the calamity and the destruction of the world we live in. They know what they're doing, and I'm not saying that it can be solidified, but the problem is too many people keep buying into white and black narratives, and that is the foundation of the destruction. And it doesn't matter how it's being pushed, what actors are playing a role, Who has been guaranteed this or promised that? You would think that people were more intelligent than that, and that's not the case, you know. So again, another one of the ones that I like. I just where is it at? Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. Does dark mean something evil? No, it means blanket. Don't lay it out in Front Street, okay? Don't put it out in the center. And when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. So be that which is not foreseeable. And when they have congregated, no matter how, what you may have done on this side, strike that which perpetuates the indecision of life, that's perpetual to the darkness of it. Strike it with everything you have. That is to rid yourselves of this plight, this piety, this false apparition. But that's another one of Sun Tzu's statements. Let your plans do not speak on everything. Everyone's an atheist until they clog the toilet in someone else's house. Everyone is an atheist until they clog the toilet in someone else's house. Because now that motherfucker's like, and now they're calling, oh God, No, you ignored yourself. You ignored all those around you to be that cut from a different cloth, not the same cloth. And some would say, well, what does that mean? Well, because you think perpetual in this place of aridness and murk and mire, do you think that is the same cloth of light, joy, and happiness that many people strive for? No, you are perpetuating a cloth that is meaningless, mindless, deceitful, based on what you've been showed, what you've been given and parlayed to. Why would the darkness, the Jannah, want to incorporate and utilize the light? So when you're doing what you're doing and you think that you've got the answer, and you're rip cream for the answer, no, you have set yourself up, because that very darkness is what created the issues and the problems that you think you're fighting against, when you're actually the same one performing the deities of that darkness. It doesn't matter by who and what you've seen. When you become to the lower standards of existence and you walk in that think that you're benefiting, you have decisively become your own fucking problem without even knowing it. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Thom, what's happening, beloved? Them diagnoses is pronouncements worse than physical harm, because they've done turn your mind and spirit. They've done a lot of things. Absolutely, Lucy. They've done a lot of things. All right. Again, everyone's an atheist until they clog the toilet in someone else's house, because you got to answer for it. Sometimes going all Leroy Jenkins works. Sometimes it does. But fear and this false sanctimonious pattern, by what costume or badge, sometimes it takes those willing to say the fuck it, getting the fuck it's. And those badges and costumes got to fucking run, because they realize something's about to be unleashed on them they cannot control. But then you look at the bastards and the individuals who have circumvented and put themselves and relegated themselves to that, to hurt the people who are not part of the problem. And this is what these idiots do. And they think that they can keep one up. I don't want to have to hear that. It's like the job that I was working at Walmart. These people actually think they're intelligent because they worked at Walmart for 60, 70 years pushing Chinese government, not Chinese people, poisons and toxins, harming people, kibbles that kill our dogs and animals quicker, and nobody's being told the truth because they're in party and parlay with the same government. It's not the people. I know too many Chinese people who are beautiful. I know too many Persian, Irish people, Iranians who are lovable. I know some good-ass Hindu, mostly women. The dudes are pretty fucking worthless, except for a couple of guys I met, right? They're pretty shitbag. They're tyrants who move with the enemy, all right? I know a lot of good Mexican brothers and sisters, and I know the idiots who are not what people think they are. I know a lot of good people on both sides, all right? And I know some of the idiots, the apprehensive dumbasses who think that everything's going to work out, but you'd be surprised how these Zios have moved in every hemisphere of the world and established certain groups and nurtured them, who move and facilitate like you would think that they're them when they're not. Now, I know that ones in Ireland, they were clearing the house with them. They were getting rid of them. But you see what happened? You got one of them who was willing to kill their own for whatever reason, right? And then they get into a certain position, and now they're the very people against their very Irish people when they went in NRA. And then people started realizing, God damn it, he did all that. He was always a traitor. They play the long game, slow game, but the long game. Our people want to be fast and right at it. Oh, I got the answer. No, there's no seeking the answer. It's either right or wrong. There's wrong choice and the right choice. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be part of the circus. I mean, think about it. The special force guy says, you know, when they look at everything, they can't go to the circus and watch a juggler juggling one fucking ball. He's got to juggle a bunch of them. You've got to look at many different things. If you're looking at one thing, you lose focus of the whole picture. When you look at the picture, right, you see the cat, you see the tree, you see the grass, you see the automobiles, you see the children jumping rope. Sally's over there playing the damn, racket, you know, with the ball bouncing, you know, and you see the house, you see grandma looking through the window, you see the birds flying down, you see the power lines in the street, you see the sun and you see the clouds, you see the airplane that most people miss. But if you look at a picture that's juggling, like the juggler who's juggling one ball, that means you've got this tunnel vision and you don't see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sharon, what's up, mama? What's happening? Like I said, I am not here to go against what the fucking enemy of self is doing. I understand it at a point where it is effective. It affects many individuals, and it does. And then the ones who buy into it, you know, you don't need to worry about why and how come and everything else. You have guys who had family members murdered by gangs. They join the police department, and even though they're there to do the right thing, and yes, but when they get the bad guy, they want to kill him. They want to F him up. Sometimes the bad guy isn't the bad guy. Sometimes there's a mistake. And what happens? Remember that guy with them goofy ass black cops and was in Mississippi, wherever, or Georgia, wherever, where they beat that innocent man to death? What happened? What happened to it all? The system with these old retards that were above them try to make it all right. You see what I'm saying? I mean, look at the goofy cop that arrested a man who had a stroke. He worked for the postal. He's in the back of the car. He can't remember his name or anything. He had a small minor aneurysm. He had a stroke. And the cop is being like he done something right. And they still want to charge the guy. This is how stupid they are. But how did they get there? Wanting to go after the bad guy by circumventing, by doing the dumbest shit, affecting the people who are innocent. How do you become so perverted? Well, you hire perversion. They're juggling one ball. Y'all see the bigger picture, but you ain't sitting there saying, wait a minute, I missed something in the picture. You think you see the whole picture, but then what do you do when you see that you miss something in the picture? Do you become informative, inform the people around you? Do you not see that? Or do you stand there and go, I ain't saying nothing? Because a lot of times that's out of fear. If somebody don't see it when I point it out, what will they say about me? Is that Sally crying wolf? Or is it that people just can't see it because they never could? So sometimes you go on Leroy Jenkins is what's going to happen if you're not afraid of that so-called stressful physical death, which adds stress on other people, who raises your cortisol levels, your fucks with your hormone, gives you leaky brain and leaky gut, where you have more parasites being able to feed. That way it increases, more damage. I mean, the whole thing is to flank them, then spank them. But most people don't know how. Because you're so busy worried about what the fuck they're doing that you're not paying attention to what you can do. And then you're worried about not being able to see it come to fruition to its end. Well, if you played a part in it, don't worry about that. Vietnam, they weren't worried about it. All them jets and everything, millions of people being murdered by a system of dumb, polluted, racist and dumb Negroes wanting to belong, that they didn't have to belong to nothing because we established and built the foundation for this motherfucker. Because you have got these idiots who running around, they all hugged up with the enemy, and because it feels good, not realizing that they're the very person that'll cut their throat and sacrifice them. When do you make it make sense? Why is everybody attempting to make it make sense? I am not prophetic. I use sources and references and information that's already there, and people talking about the very same thing. It would be much better in a very beautiful world. Who is to say the world is not beautiful? Because everybody, all they do is look and seek out ugly. When did everybody look for and start seeking out the ugly? The conditioning and programming. So if you're looking for and you're seeking out the ugly, what do you create? Perpetually, you're in a standoff, a reprobate mind, and you're perpetuating and creating the ugly that you're stuck in because you refuse to free yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to compost and build soil at every turn, you wouldn't believe the pushback. Oh, it's big pushback. That's kind of heavy. He who doesn't check for toilet paper before taking a dump gets what is coming to him. And that's all comical. I'm just saying. It is. Satire before. You know what I mean? But a foolish man complains about his torn pocket while a wise man uses it to scratch his balls. Yeah, if you got a torn pocket, don't put nothing in it, goddammit. Why are you going to complain about it when you can sew it up? Stitching time saves 9. Look. I'd rather, if I got an itch, go down there and scratch my nutsack. That way, at least I can play it off. You never know what happened. And my change in my pocket, and my wallet is in a different pocket. So hey, a ventilation and a little itch and scratches, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, okay? Here goes a good one. Oh, my neck. So if you know the enemy and know yourself, you will not be imperiled in 100 barrels, right? Right? That was a different way of looking at it, right? But ponder and celebrate before you make a move. That's the importance of life. Let your plans be dark, all right? And in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The enemy uses it because in the chaos, they can bring more chaos. They have a way of sacking you and circumventing to keep you stuck in the chaos. And there's only a few that will find a way out, because that is not the perilous journey of the mental, the physical, the spiritual. You know, Son, what do they say? The Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, the Spirit. Never trust a friend who is silent. You can't be around me and be silent. And the problem is because most people, like alphabets, they silent because if they talk too much, they're going to tell on them God themselves. Or lie, and there's some of us who can read a goddamn lie. Now, if his forces are united, separate them. That is what should be happening, but y'all are not moving that way because, how do they say it? Logistically, you're unaware of how to accomplish or do that. I can dig it. Most of you don't want no part of that. You just want to enjoy life and live. Well, the enemy don't give a fuck about you. They like that you're mundane and stuck in that fashion. Well, in Vietnam, just like Pakistan, the people joined together. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. They said, well, whoever gets to the end, maybe we can enjoy that somewhere down the road. And for a little minute here, they have been. You don't see them attacking some of the Europeans that come over there to do videos. No. They're like showing them around. They're eating good food. Yeah. But this media and everybody else, your very enemy, established and put in position, you're still convinced and you still watch. You still parlay with them. So who's the problem? Who is the problem? Where's the problem? I mean, seriously. Opportunities multiply as they are seized when you seize upon the choice of righteousness within your heart, and not by design. All right? If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. But you don't look at the enemy that's within you. you still nurture and harbor onto that enemy within you instead of declassifying it, seeing for what it is, stop redacting it, let it speak out, and put it in its goddamn proper place. I know it's hard for you to do that. Well, attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Let me read that again. Attack is the secret of defense. Okay? Defense is the planning of an attack. Defense, that means you're planning to go stop that attack. You're aware of it's impeding and coming. Here it is, you're under attack, and y'all ain't doing a goddamn thing because you refuse to be harmoniously sync, to be the collective, and realize that it's not really a lot of work. It's knowing when to say no. I was looking at that one video with the brother and the idiot standing in his doorway, a racist, on the phone, got his foot in, like he a cop or something. I can't believe he's doing all the recording stuff. You wouldn't have done that, bro. But then the reality is, even though they're changing rules that mitigate other factors, and most people won't see them, you're still gonna have the people who don't know how to attack in secret. That means benefit from the system and utilize it appropriately. And in their defense, in the planning of an attack, they know they're being attacked, but their defense lacks rationale and reasoning because it's emotional. Does rationale and reasoning incorporate emotions and feelings? They're not an answer. They don't help. You see what I'm saying? What's that? And I got my green walnut holes to make any prosthetic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, let's stay focused here. All right, let's stay focused. All right, I'm talking about a lot of stuff. Did you pick up on what I was saying? Were you aware of it? Because this can be applied to even gardening. It can be applied because everything's under attack. All right? You're doing the beneficial thing, but how does it benefit or help someone else? This is logistically on a larger scale. Okay? Like, I have an iron skillet. I am very aware that iron plays a major role. Iron plays a major role in increasing parasitical organism. So I stopped taking iron pills. I did, because it's actually hampering. It's not a benefit. Yet I'm also very aware that sometimes even if you're anemic, and iron supplement isn't the answer. You've got to fast. You've got to get arugula, watercress. You've got to get the things that help. You've got to get the pineapple. Don't worry about the sugar if you're diabetic. They have these people with kidney problems not drinking water. First of all, they need to be drinking mineralized fulvic water and monitored. I know a lot of people that got off the dialysis and they said, if I die, I die. And they got better. You know? I'm not saying that's the answer. I'm not no shape, form giving medical advice here. I am just only pointing out the research is available. There are those who've been there, just like diabetics. People that started doing the gel okra. Now, look, we grew okra here, not in South America. Why is it that okra is being grown in South America and it's got more you can't find no organic, but it's got more of that damn pesticides and herbicides in it. They took over our growing with this fake food industry because of wars, them fake ass Zios, and nobody's doing anything to better it. Why? They're allowing themselves to eat this poison and toxin, right? Know your enemy, know yourself. Prepare, what's your defense? You're under attack. Why? Because they have a platform, they use it and they're ignoring everything, but you don't move together because you gotta. Most focus on these little handful of dumb niggas running around killing each other, these little idiots who want to keep using drugs, and when they want to free themselves, they'll free themselves. Your focus should be on everything else because the problem exists. All the other problems exist because y'all motherfuckers think you're normal, ain't doing nothing to take care of the shit. Stop everything else. I don't need a whole bunch of likes and agreements. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Shit. You know what I mean? I know it's hard for people to accept the reality and the position of responsibility. But the responsibility lays on every last one of you. It does. I like to talk to people. I like to chat with people. I like to converse with people, see how they're doing. I love the women and I respect the men. But the problem is, you have to make sure that the women love themselves and the men have self-respect. That is two of the calamities. Men don't show the love and women don't show the respect. Well, what happens there? There's a breakdown. Why? Because you're not knowing the enemy. You're not knowing yourself and the role you play. And then there's no protection for defense because you don't know how to adequately respond to each other in a way that's beneficial. Look at Willie Nelson. His, I guess his first marriage, second wife fell apart. Why? Because he was no money coming in. He was fighting a hard-won battle because he still had his morals. His mom and his daddy had left him. And his wife wanted the money, wanted the fame. She didn't wait and stand by when he started making the millions. And then when he did, the people behind him was throwing his money into all kind of schemes. But who came along? The lying ass IRS coming to rob him, because that's the money they use for the war machine and study and CERN and all that, which goes against the very people today. Willie Nelson's 93 years old. He's had enough. He sees it for what it is. He sees the bullshit. But was there anybody there to be for his defense? No, most people get in your corner, like around Mike Tyson. He said that most of those motherfuckers around you, when you got money, they're there for the money. They don't give a fuck one way or the other. That's how sick the system is. And because you don't see that you're under attack, you don't build up a defense. You don't know who to look at. You marginalize yourself instead of learning how to play. Now, I'm not saying I'm here to stop anything. No, I'm looking at the little things. Most people will be upset, be like, "Oh, you Drew, you," and they won't look in the mirror and while they're going you. They'll always look at everything else, but they're looking at a reflection. Eyes are windows to the soul, and the soul came from God. And why everybody in a religion running around attacking one another without actually paying attention? Because they're looking at a reflection of themselves. So what do? As I was stating, the millennial, our beautiful woman there, they don't want to see themselves, so they have to buckle down. They have to drive harder. Everyone has to be the problem, but not the problem itself. It doesn't matter what they showed, the vehicles they get, the badges, the guns, all that shit's meaningless. They can't see themselves. They have to make an excuse and be in a system that cooperates unilaterally or laterally and unifyingly all their little stupidity. If they only really knew, and they never will until it's too late. The kid, when she passed away around her daughter, she was sitting there going, no. She was murdered. IMO, in my opinion, the physical. I mean, when you look at it all, look at, what's that black actor who everybody used to go crazy about back in the day? Anyway, him and Eartha Kitt used to get it on. And when Eartha Kitt wanted to really lock down with him, he says, no, I can't be with you because I never could make it in Hollywood. You know, you're black. Eartha Kitt was like, she knew she was indigenous. She knew she was original to this world, this land. But you have this system that's perpetuating this further self-hate to look outside yourself instead of inside yourself, so you perform the enemy's narrative and duties without cleaning up your fucking house. Right? In the religion, Christianity says clean your house. A godly house is a clean house. Y'all think it's picking up socks and putting your shoes in the right place and sweeping and vacuuming your floor. Nigga, there's always going to be dust. There's always going to be pollutants and contaminants in your water. Your food is fucked up. So you saying shine the motherfucking house up, it makes for a better representation of self? Nigga, use a big stinking piece of rotten bacon sitting up in a place you done cleaned up that still has all the perversions floating around in it. Make that make sense. Clean your house means you look inside, look internally, stop looking externally. Not Denzel, honey. Eartha Kitt been dead since 1990. No, that actor, the black motherfucker. Everybody was going crazy. You know when they was doing that thing. I forget his name. Jamaican or hate whatever he was. I forget his name. Oh, that's what's up. Did y'all get what I was saying, though? Did you get what I'm saying? So we can do all the work outside ourselves, and that's fine. But while we're doing that, we should be meditating on the betterment and the better treatment, the truth of who we are internally. That's kind of hard when the truth lays in the world painted around us, which is foul, contemptuous. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to read today. Don't worry. I've got to go to the gym. I'm waiting, hopefully, on a phone call from our beautiful sister, Diane, so I can get in there and start getting the work and tests and stuff done. But I need y'all to realize that there's a lot more that y'all can be doing. I don't care. People do what they're doing. The setup, the reality is for the few of you, that's what matters to me. You know? That's it. And just know this. There'll be a time of coming. Poor choices. By what we think or the definition of choices is. It is what it is. You know? I'm starting with that woman in the mirror. Exactly. I hope this was informative. Informal. I'm very informal. I hope this was informative, and I want some more of that damn tea. It was good. I think I'm just going to empty the tea bag into it, let the hot water go, and yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm dancing like Trump. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, that's my protein powder. Oh, that's my yep. No, I put this stuff beside me, what I'm going to use for the day. I don't want to do a whole lot of green tea, which is good for your heart, but that chamomile and lavender, Now it says, you know what, I'm going to go on. It says, since 2005, we've been committed to well-being for all by nourishing people everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Grown by products who meet USDA certified, fuck the USDA. Anyway, organic chamomile flowers, organic lavender flowers, organic sweet orange pills, organic rose hips, all right? Product of Canada, always non-GMO, caffeine free. But the problem is the goddamn tea bag. Let me show you the tea bag. That's supposed to be a natural organic tea bag, but there are still some things that come off of it. So when you steep the tea, you still get some things off of it. Am I saying it's going to hurt you? You're already full of the shit. But the reality is, you could just pour the shit and let the hot water do its magic and sip it. The shit in there ain't gonna hurt you. It's all edible flowers. So we could take it like this, right? Rip the end where it's going to open on both sides, because that's all they are. It's a pocket. Pour it into your container that you're going to sip it from. Okay. Oop, I missed. I gotta go and pick it up and put it in the garbage bag. All right. La 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 la. Yeah, I got my little thing right here. I pulled it out. I gotta put it back in the bag. And then I'm gonna let it sit for about 3 minutes, and I'm gonna sip and enjoy. I'm gonna sip and enjoy. Give it a little swirl, swirl, swirl. I might put a little bit more manuka honey. Mesquite honey in there. Let it do its dance. Oh my goodness! All that goodness. And I look for toenails, and I look for baby eyeballs and fingers too. Because, you know, if it's in there dried up, it'll reconstitute itself in the water. And that way I can get on these people's asses and do some magic. what y'all call magic. That's not what it is, but and I can fuck them up from a distance. I like doing that. Oh, it's defense. That's all. I don't have to believe with what I know. That's why they lean on ignorance to do their job and their bidding. And just let it all settle to the bottom. And let it do its magic. That's, hey, listen, you're gonna try lemon tea. All I've been is drinking is tea. I had to be careful because of crystallization. So be careful. But yeah, that absolutely. Yeah. That's yeah, absolutely. With that, that's right, that's right. Jamie Foxx, I'm still gonna go. No, hold on. I don't know if it was Sammy Davis Jr. No, it wasn't him. Was it Harry Belafonte? I said Jamaican, right? I forget the Negro's name. I forget his name. No. Sidney Poitier, I think it was. Sidney Poitier, that nigga. That's the one where my great grandma used to go on about the kid. She was baiting that old worthless ass nigga, Sidney Poitier, and she wanted to have a relationship with him. And he talking about, no, baby, I can't do that. You know, she's fucking the shit out of her. No, because you know I can't move up in Hollywood. That's the kind of worthless niggas that have fucked us up. Yes. See, the movie, y'all entertained by the goddamn movie. That's one thing about them fake ass Jews. They can make an entertaining movie. Shit, the Chinese are good at it, and Japanese, and a whole lot of people are good at it. And that's why I say let go of these worthless ass niggas in the entertainment, music, and Hollywood. Let go of them motherfucking alphabet, Sigma Phi, Masonic motherfuckers. All right? Because they're traitors to themselves. I'm not, you know, you're saying, think I'm saying it with feelings. No, this is a solid emotion based on the reality of a truth. Knowing people from that vernacular who warned me and said, be careful, blah, blah, blah. That's why you don't see me over there in the big screen and all that shit. That sumbitch was a worthless motherfucker, just like a lot of them. Sammy Davis started speaking against the shit. That's why he got blackballed until they knew it was about his time, just like Richard Pryor. When they was burning, you know, they did the little, you know, celebration in 90s or 2000 for him, remember? Sidney Poitier, punk ass self. Yeah. What was that? I was thinking the same thing. Harry about no, Sidney Poitier. They all compromise exactly. And that's the kind of stuff when you want to talk about information, go and check out the things that know the people that were there around it. My grandma couldn't stand that nigga. We used to watch TV. She'd come home and turn the damn TV off. I'm be looking at them fucking niggas, you know. I'd be like, what's wrong with him, mama? The show seemed pretty good. That bastard, we used to watch Batman with Eartha Kitt. And she was like, look, she's struggling to stay afloat in a system that has went against our people for a long time. I used to listen to my grandma, my great grandmother, because they know what the fuck they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Sidney Poitier, that punk ass motherfucker. That's like Harry Belafonte ass. Ain't he dead now? No, not Harry Belafonte. What's that faggot nigga in the music industry that Snoop Dogg and all them niggas used to talk about? Yeah, thank goodness let me see. I think that nigga died. Yeah, good. Who's that nigga that Snoop Dogg gave props to? And about a faggot with all them goddamn children. The singing nigga. They said that many motherfuckers came forward and told the truth about the nigga always wanted to be bucked by some of the guys that want to move up in the music industry. What was that motherfucker name? He died some years ago, a handful of years ago. God damn it. I can't remember this motherfucker. When I don't like individuals who have done our people wrong, I totally put them off and I forget who the fuck they are. Not because I want to remember them, because I don't give a fuck about them, because I know what's going to happen to them. So if any of them niggas or any of their little music or whatever come out of this video and listen, you better take heed is all I'm going to fucking say. I forget that nigga name. These niggas have done our people so wrong for the feel-good moment of bullshit. Because they're in them circles where they get to shine right there, and only dumbass followers out here, followers, not leaders of self, buy into all the bullshit. That's the kind of spell and magic that this shit has. To each their own. Like Pharaoh's goofy ass. That nigga done went full flip script, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember that. No, not none of the young niggas, the old nigga. One of the people that, did all Clive Davis. Whatever that nigga's name is. Not Clive Davis, I forget the nigga name, y'all. Come on, y'all ain't thinking. Y'all see, y'all stuck. This is what I'm talking about. How shit does. Y'all looking at all these motherfuckers right here. These motherfuckers ain't nothing. They had to meet up with the same goofy ass singer, R&B singer, who got in this position to put, and they had to go and see this motherfucker, and they probably had to run up and get their shit sucked by him or whatever. I forget the nigga name. In the music industry, Quincy Jones, that faggot motherfucker. I have no respect for that motherfucker. I'm so glad that nigga gone. Sick monkey looking motherfucker, looking like Splinter. Nasty motherfucker. How you think a motherfucker make it that far up until that point in this music industry? You know, Cat Williams talking about that motherfucker Quincy Jones. Oh, fruity ass nigga. All them niggas. Look at our boy Billy D. Williams. That fucking faggot. Another one. I was watching some of his videos the other night, man, going to sleep, and I'm looking at this motherfucker saying, oh, this nigga was a little fruitcake talking about bisexual before he passed. Fuck them niggas, man. No, not literally, but I'm just saying, excuse my language. I'm just throwing it out there because they deserve it. I had no clue who y'all talking about. I have heard about almost no so-called celebrities' names I could probably name. Quincy Jones. Not Billy D. Yeah, Billy D was another one of them punk ass niggas. How you think he stayed relevant for so long? Like Taylor Swift coming out with 28 different versions of her album. Yo, isn't that crazy? Like, Taylor Swift to stay relevant, all should be running around like that other one who was Dancing with the Knives. You know, Disney World fucked them all up. What's her name? Dancing with the Knives, trying to be relevant. They ain't want nothing else to do with it. They done used her up. They done freaked her out and everything. When I saw that shit in my fucking face, I'm not laughing because it ain't funny, it's wrong. But when she was dancing with the knives, I was like, oh my goodness, oh, they done used her up and everything, and you know, she wouldn't fight. I forget her name, millennial. Oh man. I'm wondering about Samuel Jackson too. He was a crackhead. Britney Spears, poor Britney Spears. Damn, man. I said, what in the world? They just did Britney all kind of wrong. That's why I said, man, y'all gotta let them motherfuckers, because there's a disease out there, man. Yeah, Britney Spears, poor Britney Spears. Oh my God. Oh shit. This motherfucker don't want me to spell nothing right. Excuse my language. So, give me more toxic. Oops, I did it again. She got kids too. She got a spouse. Obviously, he part of the goddamn problem. You know that, right? Sam Asghari, whatever the fuck. I'm trying to. Because I think she was in Kevin Federline's memoirs or some shit. I don't know. But I know that one, Dancing with the Goddamn Knives, that boy that had me, man. I was like, oh my goodness. That right there. This shit right here. When I knew they had did her. I knew when oh, po child. Good Lord have mercy. But I watched the video and I was like, boy, they done fuck her up, man. And and they do this. Y'all remember Y'all remember Martin Lawrence running down the street damn near bucketed ass naked? Because he said they after him. They done ran up in him because you know that thing with him fucking Will Smith? That was real. There was actually a picture. Like, that world is, if you don't do a deal, them fake ass Zios, them Jews coming there and blah, why you think they allowed them out the limelight right now? Because they sick motherfuckers. And this is the world they live in. They just keep doing dumb shit. Look at that right there, boy. I look like mud in there. I'm making sure I don't see no toenails and fingers up in that motherfucker. Baby fingers and shit. No liver particles. No, I'm just playing with y'all. And I know you're gonna be like, wait a minute, see? Oh yeah. Oh, that's delicious. Don't worry about the little grit from the flowers. That's all it is flowers. Unless you get a big piece of, feel like a damn branch fell off in your mouth. Not me, because that'd be all right. But you know, women tweaking. Madonna, oh my God, what the fuck is going on with Madonna? She looked like goddamn crazy than an ape. Man, don't be fucking, boy. I swear to God, if I run and jump in your motherfucking window, all their false injections are catching up. Yeah, I don't want the focus to be on. Don't put the focus completely on. I'm just saying, if you look at everything that's been going on, you see the dynamics of it. Yeah, don't get caught up. We ain't gonna dramatize all that shit. All right, let's not do that. All right, family. I'm just gonna pour in there. Exactly. She, man, not be. Stop it. That's not the purpose. I'm not one of the people that start outing all the him-shims and I don't give a fuck about all that. That's their choice. I am talking about the system. That's all. I'm pointing out a certain thing and y'all missing it. I'm saying you have all these individuals. Kanye West with his motherfucking out of Canada, that fake Jew. Put him in the psych ward. All the women that he's dealt with. Now he's got this one Jewish woman he went walking around butt naked on the red carpet. And this nigga walking around, again, looking like goddamn Transformers with the big shoulder pads and shit. And at the same time, giving you a little spew and tea. I mean, there's a whole lot of things. And a lot of them try to tell you the truth. And they're aware that they have this dynamic of these goopy ass niggas out there that are going to sit there and they're going to go against it and everything else. This is the reality of it. And it's just funny. You know what I'm saying? Megan Fox, oh my goodness. Yeah. But my whole thing was making a point there. You see what we just did? This is how y'all lose it without paying attention to internal bliss. I was pointing out something to give a little script. So that way you see what I'm pointing out and y'all went off the beaten trail. Contain yourselves. All right, stop doing what the rest of the world fucking does. I'm being dead ass serious. Stop doing what everybody fucking else does. I made a little funny, all right, because it was Britney Spears dancing with the fucking. I just wish she would have got on a rug and said, "Oh, I wish Latin and the 40 Thieves." Anyway, let's stop going there, okay? All right, focus on the message, shit. God damn it. You got me motherfucking running off on the damn. See how it's contagious? I told you we're a collective. Y'all don't know it. Stop the bad energy. Damn it. Trying to pull me into the sump of that shit. I ain't trying to glorify her pain and suffering. What I'm saying is real. And they utilize these people and it's not all right. It is not okay for them to be utilized. Don't be looking at me utilizing them people like that. Not at all. They shouldn't be doing that, but it happens. All right, trying to pull me down like that, man. What's wrong with y'all? I ain't that weak, motherfuckers. This is funny shit, though. I just want to get up and I want to be like the American Ninja and shit. That's goddamn. Y'all know the story behind the goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninjas, right? That's showing you them supporting the bad people because of the story painted, while the good people are being downed upon. Did y'all know that? A motherfucking rat named Splinter? Then you got Michelangelo, Raphael, I mean, think about it. They're running around in the sewer, changed by what? Radioactive material? They're supposed to be the heroes, and they got a motherfucker with a golf club? I mean, a hockey puck? And who are they fighting against? Two American badass motherfuckers. And they got y'all thinking one is the bad and the other one's the good. Because of the story they tell, but not the dynamics of it. It's all right to be poisoned. That's like Chud, cannibalistic human underground dweller. But they got you thinking it has something to do with housing, development. That's a real thing. Then when you walk around New York and in Chicago, certain places, they got manholes with motherfucking alligator and little baby legs or babies sticking out of it. Like, make it make sense, man. They fuck with you. You can't make this stuff up. It's funny, but it's a distraction, period, because we can see it, and nobody's doing anything to help her. She was crying out. All of them cry out, and there's nobody there to help her. Then they just give P. Diddy 4 fucking years, and this nigga has literally worked with the enemy to murder motherfuckers. Because it's hidden, because all of them partake in it. Sacrifices. And you just got to watch the biggest human sacrifice ever. Now, is it real? Well, from people I met, yeah. They just murdered all them people in Palestine. So we worried about it? Oh, Palestine, the Arabs, they're not the original people of the land. It's the Afro-Palestinians they don't mention about, because the worthless ass, goofy ass, fake ass, Zionist media acting motherfuckers, they'll never mention it. But the true people of the land were Afro-Palestinians. It's facts. I've been there. Believe what you want. I met them. I met the real Palestinians. Not the ones the Zios make, so they can utilize them to murder them. Yeah, that same bloodline. That's how perverted these warlike so-called Khazars, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't call them none of that. Let's call them the worst of the wormwood parasites. All right? It is what it is. And their mental and their fucking stupid ass thinking, they thought like having certain parties there is marrying into our families and mix the bloodline, they can remove us from our inheritance. That never can happen. That's how stupid they are. It seemed to work with the idiots who don't know no better, because they made sure they nurtured them and rear them to be as dumb as they could, to give them pain and suffering, and then tell them this is the way you can come out. And then that's where you see today with all these idiot racists and all these other people that believe in ethnicities and all this dumb shit. Right? Man, she wants to tweak. She needs to help herself. Exactly. But I think she's supposed to be in a better position now. I think they let her go through her thing to show pain, to say you can't escape us. And so she succumbed, and now she's being utilized however. It is what it is. I mean, it's messed up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, what can we do about it? There's not really a whole lot anyone can really do about it. I mean, the collective doesn't move as one, and people have accepted the part proportionally, however they have, to play whatever role it is they play in it, and to move however it is they choose to move in it. It is what it is. Yeah, you know, these dumbasses keep wanting to get a look. These are some dumb motherfuckers, man. You know, I can smell these motherfuckers. Y'all really don't get it. I don't give a fuck whether they like it or not. I can smell them. Well, you ain't doing nothing. I don't have to do nothing. See, there's a difference. If I had to do something, you think I'd be doing lives and shit? Do you think I'd be riding around with a big box on the back of my truck? Do you think I'd be in this vehicle? Do you think I'd have been going live on YouTube? See, this is when we get into this insatiable appetite for stupidity that most people have a hard time recognizing. Hey, Gwenos, appreciate that, beloved. I'm looking, man. Ready to cap and get a decent trim. Just like a man, all love. Yo, okay. Never. But anyway, right? The world we are part of, they have a hard time dealing with the reality in the situation because their reality is perpetual to their own downfall. I know it's hard to accept that when you're running around and think you got all the answers, right? But whenever you come against somebody that's got all the answers, you know, you see them for what they are. You see what I'm saying? You see them for what they are and you call them for what they are. Because see, they really believe that they got it locked in. And they haven't got shit locked in. They haven't got it locked in. Because if it's external and physical, what I've been stating, don't, you're supposed to respond the way that you now know. And it's not eternal, but it's physical outside. What man is worried about how another man looks? There's a lot of guys that need haircuts. Go watch the man on the corner. Go buy him some shoes and buy him a meal. See, this is the world that so many of them are scripted in. I figured y'all to think that way and see things for what they are instead of how the idiots play. They can't stop idioting because they think they have it on lock. I keep telling you, they do not have it on lock. Far from it. They think that we're one and the same. They think this is a competition. I'm only informing based on the shit that's relevant and that's here. I don't have to go off in the whoop whoop land and walk through 1,000 different parallel paradigms of existence. I've already been through them. What I'm saying is the problem here is they have capitulated, and there are things that are beyond the scope of their understanding that's going to fuck them up. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Let their emotions and their rational state be exactly what it is. Do not infringe upon the territory of their lasciviousness and their further inclinations of stupidity. Let it be. I'm just wearing Wrangler, man. I ain't buying no name brand shit. Wrangler, I'm kind of old school, so I accept Wrangler. Just like I did Levi's, because we actually made the original denim jeans. That's a true story behind that. So I wear Wranglers and shit. I wear Skechers and, you know, fucking Nikes. I'll put Avia on my feet before I put another goddamn Nike. I wear cowboy boots. I wear t-shirts with holes in it. I'll put on, you know, I'll put on some blue jeans that ain't got no name on them motherfuckers, as long as it's denim and cotton. I don't give a fuck about shaving a beard off. I don't care about all that. Have my hair. Shit, the new thing is for people with afro, and I got different hairs though, you know, kind of straight, Japanese looking and curly, and I don't give a fuck. I'll take my hat off and run around with my hair napping in a motherfucker. But what I'm saying is we focus on the wrong things. I'm not lashing out at the brother. What I'm saying is we focus on the wrong things. And I respect all walks of life, even those who are in the bad place. And it doesn't mean that it's the bad place for everyone. Some people are comfortable there. Ascension is it's a paradigm of existence. And if there's no ascension, or there's no want, for lack of better, of those who want better for themselves, not going to expect better for others. Remember the mirror, the reflection? Man in the mirror? I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson was saying something prophetic and nobody really paid attention. Go back and listen to the song. I'm not putting Michael Jackson on some high fucking patio because that's what they did, so they could control the narrative. He spoke many things. Even when he was dead and they had to put the little step in, little monkey that kind of looked like him. A good friend of the family. People have a hard time seeing this reality because they have taken on the scribes of lies instead of scribes of whatever truth may be. You know what I mean? What was that, Tom? There's very few things I want in life. A loyal, fertile, fit woman, to grow crops, to pass on knowledge, to build a non-dystopian, otherwise I am good. Exactly. Now, I hear your Aquinas. I appreciate that. And I actually am an actor. I appreciate that, brother. I'm not knocking you. I know what you're saying, beloved. I know, and I respect that, man. I'm still a comedian of some sorts too, but I respect what you did, bro. I'm not knocking it, brother. I knew exactly where you're coming from. But I like to burn people too now. It's nothing against it. You know what I'm saying? I'm barefoot and at peace with not knowing everything. Absolutely. We need to get back to nothing. That's where the actual something of benefit will come in. But I respect all walks. I do. I really do. I know I come hard, but my thing is to reach y'all, to let y'all be able to recognize the perversions, because we acquiesce to perversions all the time. Hey, Snoo, what's up, baby mama? That's my sexy. But anyway, right? I told you, my focus has changed. I am not that yelling, screaming knucklehead that y'all saw that was all night. It was, trust me. Oh, you don't have to. I know people can look back in the video and be like, damn, but that was good. Well, isn't that what acting is? Monologue, dialogue, blah, blah, blah. I get it, but not everybody, you know? And I'm gonna drive people to see if they get it, and then I'll pull them back and say, well, look, it wasn't that serious. This is what I meant. This is what was going on. Most people don't explain nothing. They don't explain because they don't know how to explain it. I always look at the reflection of my existence and everything going on around me. I see a little bit of me in everybody, and I can get it. When I was making sandwiches out there in Navajo Nation or wherever I was at, when I was, you know, for the guy, I knew that if he didn't have that pint of liquor, he was going to die, literally. I studied long enough, and I'd be like, I get it. And then he would drink the pint with me and have good conversation that would be uplifting, to where he'd be like, okay, I'll take a sandwich and some water. If I didn't have the sandwich and water and I bought him the pint of liquor, knowing that he needed, because he was shaking real bad and about to get DTs, I'd be like, I got you. I'd run to the liquor store, get him a pint of Smirnoff, run back, let him get his sip, see his shit steady. It's just the way it is. And he'd be like, hey, Red, Navajo old guy, I'm talking about a guy like 75 years old. I'll take one of your sandwiches and some fruit, if it's okay, brother. And I'd be like, man, you're like my Navajo uncle, love it. And I give him 2 bottles of water and 3 bags of sandwiches and fruit. And then I come back in 2 hours and he'd be laying under the tree. He didn't even finish his pint. He done ate all his sandwiches and fruit, and that shit done knocked him out. And I go over there and okay, he's breathing. And then he feel me. He go, nephew, yes. These are the things that I didn't have to lash out. I didn't have to be angry because I knew that his health was bad. I didn't know whether his liver was about to explode, if he'd be alive next week. That was unimportant. It was the moment, the present, to be in the presence, in the present. See, a lot of you and me. You damn right. We'll see how to get your ass over here and stop being retarded. Exclamation station over here. No, I respect the brother. Don't get it twisted, y'all. All right, and I think where he was coming from. I do. Trust me. I can't explain everything I do, because then I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. But those few of you who come here, you mean more than everything and anything. All right? Yeah. Everything. All of you. Do they have that little hype up my video thing on my thing? Do they have that where they hype it up? I don't know if I ever put it on there, but I mean, I be seeing everybody got this little hype up the video. I guess they feel like, nah, we ain't gonna do Red Wolf. You know, the little Zios, they feel some kind of way. Not that I care. You know, you live a lie long enough. I don't care about your lie. I guess they don't have it, huh? I guess I would have to put it on there. Fly, why you want to come in my face all with that stuff, all hanking and tinkering? You know, don't make me go to Django on you, man. You know what I'm saying? They be gonna come in here, do all up in my face, flying around. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I appreciate all those that come through. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate everything. If you want to donate, you know what it is. You see it up in there. I'm gonna throw it in there one more time. Because like I said, I'm saving up for that solar. I'm getting ready to get the 1/4-inch plywood. I'm gonna seal all that before I even put it on. I'm gonna treat it with tung oil. Then I'm gonna seal it. I got more. I got another thing of fiberglass and resin, so I've got 3 of them now, and I bought 3 more things of fiberglass. So when I get this ladder on payday for $200, I don't care if I'm here, wherever I'm at. I'm going up there. I'm gonna be sanding. I'm gonna be sealing shit. I'm gonna be tightening that stuff in so I can fiberglass, because it's getting cool now. I appreciate that, baby girl. All right. And you guys, I'm gonna set this. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna see if they got a better one to put the damn phone on, so y'all can watch me live in case I fall off and break a leg or something. Anyway, so y'all can watch me do it. I don't care if I'm at the park or wherever that. I'm gonna get up on this thing and I'm gonna work on it. I didn't go up north like I wanted to. Chop. You know what I'm saying? That's a deluge to Jim Kelly. All right, but but yeah, that's what I'm saving it up. And I shared the post of the ones that I'm going to utilize first. And I do want to build another one because I actually have a better way. I've been drawing it down, making it a better one that have stuff that slides out when I park. So it'd be like a little, like really, I've been working and drawing and I know how to do things different now. So this one is crude. It's about 1,300 pounds. I can feel it. I don't have the air ride suspension, but when I get to the apartment, it's going to be 1-bedroom apartment. Well, I'm not going to put a lot of furniture stuff. I'm going to put the little sauna, the stuff that I want to use for health benefits. I'm going to change the filtration in there and everything like that. And it's where I'm going to be working from. And when you want to come and see me, it's going to be a little Japanese-like or something. And yeah, that's it. And I might do some lives from there. I might not even utilize this to do lives. I might have to take my ass outside, sit up in the truck or whatever else. And, you know, but yeah, that's where the donations will be going to. And I appreciate all of y'all, man. I do. Don't ever think I don't, man. If you think that I don't appreciate all of you, I even appreciate some of the guys that would consider themselves trolls. I think some Chinese guy reached out to me and I think he realized that I'm not a bad guy. I think he was trolling me in the past. And because I got, you know, some Han Chinese bloodline, you know, I told y'all who my cousins are, and I think that he was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna fuck with him. It's all good, man. Get your paycheck. It doesn't bother me. It never really did. Not at all. You know, even the ones that come in with that NIGGRER thing, I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Sure. I probably carried myself like that a few damn times. Appreciate it. This stuff don't mean nothing to me. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's the way it should be. Check this out. It is so good. I usually don't let y'all see me when I'm drinking like that, let y'all see the tea bag. I said, no, I can't do that anymore. I like drinking like this. I said, I'm just going to explain it to you. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Instead of all cleaned up, the raw is the best. Especially. You hear that old engine? Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, let me go and get myself situated. Go take care of what I got to take care of, and I'm going to go into the gym, get my workout on, and I'll see you guys a little later. Hopefully, Diane gives me a call here, and you know what I'm saying, and we'll make the best of it. You know, like I said, I appreciate y'all more than anything y'all can imagine, man. I really, really do. Now, I'm not saying that just to be saying that. I know people be like, oh, Red, man, you just running your mouth. You did, because you've been on here over an hour. Time, I don't know what time is. I don't see it. I don't respect it. I don't recognize time. I never have, never will. I appreciate that again, brother. I appreciate y'all. Because with y'all, there's a little bit of me there. And with me, there's a little bit of you there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to see you guys later. All right? Don't be slacking. You can donate a couple damn dollars. It ain't going to hurt you. It ain't going to kill you. It ain't going to rob from you. All right? It's not going to make you miss a loaf of bread you don't need to be fucking eating. And it damn sure ain't going to rob you from little stink-ass pieces of cheese they putting out there with all that plastic and stuff. It ain't going to hurt you. All right? Unless you're going to get some tea. That's just expensive now these days, but you can find some decent stuff. Now, when I get over to, what you call it, I'll probably go live and let y'all look at a couple of things to share it, as long as they say it's okay. All right? I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Strength, power, you already know. Don't get offended in my little bit of stuff.